There's four main relationship topics I need you guys to start covering before you actually get to that place to where you commit to a committed relationship with the person you've been dating. This is after the honeymoon phase and you guys have been dating for an extended period of time now to where things are getting serious, right? Maybe you introduce each other to each other's family members and they're a part of your friend groups in a way. You're sharing things you don't usually share with someone that you're not really committed to. And you're at that space where you're about to make it a verbal commitment and maybe even talking about moving in together and things of that nature. Now, these conversations should probably already have come up to some degree, and hopefully they have if you're getting to the point where you're about to commit to them. But just in case you glossed over these conversations and didn't go to enough depth or you missed one of these, I want you to make sure you cover these four main topics. First main topic, life plans and future goals. This conversation is everything because what someone's building their life towards is everything to that person, right? Growth is one of our key human needs that we have to have and meet for ourselves, and fulfillment as well. And whenever you're planning for your future goals, your life plans, how you see things being, that's really trying to plan towards the thing that's going to make you feel fulfilled in life, right? Feel complete, feel like you're achieving and growing and being a full, vibrant human. So first, that means talking about career goals and aspirations. Where do you see yourselves professionally in the next 5, 10, or 20 years? Where's that land you location wise? Or you even, living in the same state anymore? Or you living in the same way? Does that change your lifestyle? Next, family planning, right? Do you guys both want children? When do you want the children? How many do you want to have? And a big piece, what are both of you guys' parenting philosophies? You have to be on the same page and in unison, locked armed whenever you're parenting your children. You can't be coming from polar opposite places. Living arrangements. Where do you guys both prefer to be that you'll both be happy with? In the city with all the action? In the suburbs where it's, something going on, but a little bit more quiet? Or out in the country where you're away from all the people and it's complete peace and quiet? And how willing are you to relocate for each other's careers or personal desires? Second topic, values and beliefs. You don't have to have the same exact values, but you have to have shared values and beliefs, right? You can't be believing things on polar different opposite ends of the spectrum because your beliefs come back to your identity. And we will do anything we can in life to make sure we're operating in alignment with our identity because our identity helps us to feel like we're being good, healthy, happy people. So if you and your partner's belief systems are vastly different, it's going to be difficult to maintain the standard or the normal way of living for yourself that aligns with your identity if your partner has a very different perspective on what that looks like, to where it's going to be conflicts of interest all the time. So the first thing is talking about what matters most to you guys as individuals, right? What do you value when it comes to trust, honesty, loyalty, and kindness? All the things that goes into someone's morals and principles, your religious beliefs and spiritual practices, right? What is your foundation when it comes to that and the power beyond you? And how do you see that impacting your relationship and your family in the future? Your political views, right? What do you believe and what side of the track do you stand? And how might that impact you and your partner when you guys are out in social settings talking about these things? Third, financial expectations and management. Money is a common source of conflict in relationships, right? We hear that's a big reason why a lot of times marriages may end in all those things. But it's usually less about the money itself, and it's more about the belief systems around money and how that creates the experiences people have with their partner that makes them feel unsafe or not happy about what's going on, and money becomes an issue at that point. Remember, money comes back to someone's need for livelihood, which is safety, that they're preserved. So whenever they feel like they're on different pages with you about something that's really important to their livelihood, this can cause an issue. So discuss financial goals, right? Maybe saving to buy a house or go on trips or whatever the case is. What is the vision? Then discuss spending habits, right? How do you go about managing the money, right? What kind of budgets do you set? What kind of things do you try to cut out? How do we track things to make sure we're both feeling good about where the finances are going that takes care of us? And a very important one, debts and financial obligations. Do not go into a committed relationship with someone to where you're planning to bond and maybe get married, and that person doesn't know some huge debts you may have that they're now taking on without knowing it. Big problem. Be open, honest, and straightforward and transparent about this. Trust me, it'll save you a lot more trouble and heartache later. And if anything, come to the table with a plan. Don't just come and say, hey, here's what I'm dealing with. Say, here's my plan, or ask them for, advice on how they can throw some ideas towards how you can get rid of that debt or whatever. But either way, have the conversation. And fourth, the big one, communication and conflict resolution. You have to first talk about each other's communication styles. How do you both communicate? How do you articulate? What do different things mean to both of you guys so that you're on the same page when your partner's coming to you in a moment where they're trying to express something that they may need or feel a concern about, and so you don't take it the wrong way or misunderstand the message they're trying to convey to you. So get clear with each other on some basic meaning systems around different words and different beliefs on different things, and how your partner actually does approach conversations around different subject matter, so you can be aware of what they're trying to get accomplished when they come to you and not make assumptions that may lead to negative outcomes. Conflict resolution. You guys have to get on the same page about how you would like to handle conflict before it comes up. That way, when you're in the middle of it, you can be more productive. That means getting clear on what things are offensive to your partner when you're trying to approach them about something that is on your mind that you're worried about, or how to approach them. What are they most receptive to? So very important. Discuss the boundaries you're going to set when you guys have conflict. Like, we never call each other names or say anything that's derogatory to the other person, or we never yell at each other. Things that preserves a healthier environment to work through challenges in the most productive way. And emotional needs, right? Discuss what both of you guys needs in a relationship to be happy and healthy, so you can always know what your partner's asking for when they're bringing different obstacles to you, and know how to meet those needs with them giving information as to what that looks like for them in practice. That's going to lead to a way better level of understanding that you've never had with anyone before if you have the playbook on what your partner needs beforehand instead of trying to figure it out on the fly. So future goals, values and beliefs, finances, and communication and conflict resolution, right? 4 key topics you need to discuss before you move to that next stage. And let's throw a light little bonus one in there. If you are planning to move in with this person once you guys commit, it's a really good idea to talk about how do you like to live in your space versus how do I, to make sure you guys can come to a common ground and be on the same page about how you operate in your own ecosystem, in your own environment, so there's less confusion and conflict down the road. If you and your partner need help building this same framework to make sure you guys can be bulletproof in your relationship and not derail for things that are very avoidable, if you know how to do it with the right tools and you have the right vetting, come see me for coaching. DM me coaching and we'll get to work. Let's get it.